This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, folks, top of the morning. You are tuned in to The Morning here on the Urban Conservative. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We hope you had a wonderful evening. We are actually coming to you live this morning. I'm Abdul Ali. I'm with my twin brother Raheem, Architect Soto. If you haven't done so already, this is your first time visiting TUC, please jump over to tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership. That's a great way to support the platform and what we do here. You can also get yourself a mug, a t-shirt, a hat. We got a wonderful set of merchandise out now called Work Privilege. Not white privilege, not black privilege, just work privilege. We agree with a lot of our listeners, watchers, and followers that if you work, there's some dignity in that. So shouts out to everybody that's out working today, gearing up to go to work while they're checking out the show. Again, tuconservative.com is the website to support the platform. You can also sponsor a show by clicking on that tab, and that really helps us out, helps us keep the dice rolling while we do what we do here at the Urban Conservative. So, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we've got a series of stories we're going to cover for you. This is interesting. We're going to start out up top, up Tiggity. We're going to start out in New York City. As you all know. Yeah, bro, we're going to start up there.
I'm jumping in like that because I'm tight about this situation with this money, man. They really blowing the budget here in New York. And what I mean by that is when you can give up 5 million a day. That's right.
5 with an M a day.
$5 million. New Yorkers are charged $5 million a day to feed and care for migrants. Now, I don't know why
that's $35 million a week.
Well, according to reports, since the spring of last year, as we all know, Texas Governor Greg Abbott and other governors have bused nearly 50,000 migrants to New York City. Now, in all fairness, y'all called yourselves a sanctuary city.
You did.
That has long prided itself on shielding illegal aliens from arrest and deportation, aka being pro-criminal, because shielding illegal aliens from arrest is a criminal act, but that's another conversation.
Yes.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams' office confirmed that New Yorkers are being charged close to $5 million every day to provide housing and food for the roughly 30,000 illegal immigrants who remain in the city's care. New York City's Emergency Management Commissioner Zach Iskell told the media that cost of illegal immigration to New York will eventually come to a head. He said, quote, "This is not sustainable." Well, thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
Already, New Yorkers have been forced to spend you ready for this number? $650 million on newly arrived border crossers, and the total figure is expected to exceed $4 billion by next year. Now, much of that cost is being spent on migrants whom Adams has placed in luxury hotels for quote unquote free, which
Nah,
is
not quote unquote. This is it's
which is
definitely
transferring
free.
millions from local taxpayers
Yeah.
to wealthy landlords. So, what this almost seems like is a real estate scheme. This almost seems like a scheme to get his folks paid out. That's what it seems like.
Well, why not
Good
take them
morning,
in?
Barbara. Good morning, Barbara.
Why not when the system is set up to allow, like you said, people who are already guilty of breaking the law. They came into the country illegally. You've already broken our law.
Right.
Huh. So it just sounds like a racket from Jump Street.
Which is my point. It sounds absolutely like a racket. I'd be curious, as most of us are, who are these landlords? Who are these people that are benefiting from these contracts, right? Um, so Adams has not asked, not, I repeat, asked President Slow Biden to end his expansive catch and release network, where almost 2 million border crossers and illegal aliens have been released into the United States interior since February 2001.
Wow.
Instead, this jackrabbit has called for Biden to, you ready for this?
Uh,
Fairly distribute border crossers and illegal aliens equally. We want equity in the criminals being sent across the country.
we want to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity to receive their criminals.
You know, make sure you get your international criminal, equally.
Well, we could also say that he's saying exactly what he means by that is make sure we're spreading this money around to other Democrat mayors
Hold on, hold
and
on, hold on,
their
hold
real
on, hold
estate
on, hold on.
cronies.
I got an issue with this photo real quick. Is that a weighted blanket, bro? Did I
Oh,
buy this dude a weighted blanket?
that does
That
look
looks
like a
like a
weighted
very
blanket.
nice weighted blanket with the beads in it. You know, the one that with the beads in it. That
Yeah, the
looked like
kind of
the one.
heavy one.
I
That
don't
does look
understand.
like that.
Yeah, brother Frank is absolutely right. What about American people who need food and shelter in New York? And listen, that's the whole point. The whole reason we bring this story up, Ali. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because you have homeless people who are, and sure, there are some, or maybe even a large portion of them, who have had drug issues and
Sure.
maybe have mental health issues. But you don't think 5 million a day would be better allocated to help house some of these people with mental issues, or some of these people that have drug issues, or even again, and it may be
What I got one question. What about the veterans that are homeless out there on New York City streets that have those same issues?
well, you
We
just took what I was about to say.
Oh,
You
did
just,
I?
yeah.
My bad. My
No,
bad.
no, no, go for it. Clean it
No,
up.
all I was gonna say is it just strikes me as interesting that we have people who have served this country, and so, in many cases, a lot of these folks served honorably and may have substance abuse or mental health issues, and I don't see these people rushing to help these folks at all. Like not at all.
Yeah, it's mind boggling, bro. It's mind boggling.
Super mind boggling.
So listen, before we close this out, right? New York, we have a very, very interesting opportunity. This municipal election cycle, we kind of dropped the ball on the gubernatorial race. New York, we kind of dropped that ball, right? But we have to keep in mind we have local elections this year, and you guys voted for Adams. This is what you guys in New York City voted for. This is what you
You,
asked for.
you get what you asked for.
So we'll keep an eye on this, because what it looks like is that, like he said, this is not sustainable, um, and the city's going to be eventually overrun, and people are going to have had enough of this nonsense. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back here on Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the internet, right here on the Urban Conservative. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with our next story. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. We appreciate you being with us today. Again, if you haven't done so already, we appreciate you jumping on over to tuconservative.com. Take a listen to some of the past episodes. If you see that we are not on a podcast platform that you listen to your podcast on, please let us know so that we can make sure we get where you are. It's also a great opportunity for you to support the podcast, sponsor an episode, get yourself a t-shirt or a hat or something like that. We really appreciate it. And one other thing I want to point your attention to on that website is that Vote Outside the Box initiative. You see that VOTB. During this election cycle across the country, we've got municipal elections. We obviously have primaries and a presidential race. This is going to be a great place for you to come to become an informed voter, to vote outside that Democrat Party box, to find out about candidates in certain areas, in certain urban areas that we think you should pay attention to. So again, tuconservative.com. Check out the website. We appreciate everybody that's done that, and shouts out to all of our underwriters and supporters. So bro, Roy Cooper, the North Carolina governor, gave his State of the State address. Now,
He did.
the interesting thing about this is anybody who knows anything about North Carolina knows it was Republicans who saved, and I'm not being hyperbolic when I say saved. Like, they actually saved this state from financial ruin, turned the ship around. And a lot of people don't realize it. It was Senator Tom Tillis who was Speaker of the North Carolina House at the time that they recruited a lot of great candidates and people in leadership now, and put North Carolina on a path to economic growth like we've seen, nothing like we've ever seen before. And leading up to electing our first ever Black lieutenant governor in North Carolina's history. All right, back in 2020, we elected Markeith Robinson as our lieutenant governor. And as you know, this State of the State thing is, he kind of comes down to the state capitol building. He addresses both chambers of the North Carolina legislature. But Mark Robinson got to give a response, got to give the response to this speech. And the one thing that I wanted to point out, while a lot of people don't know what the lieutenant governor is, let's just be honest, bro. Most people, if you said who's the lieutenant governor, most people wouldn't have a clue. Like, I couldn't even tell you who the lieutenant governor of New York is right now. Like, I have no idea, I have no clue who that person is, right? Well, Mark Robinson has been a bit of a more public because of his positions on social issues and his willingness to get out there and talk about those social issues and push back. And one of the things about his response was he highlighted that the lieutenant governor sits on the state board of elections, and he was able to push back and look at what's being taught, whether that's the critical race theory that's in the classroom, or whether that's what we'll call, because we don't want to get our video flagged, age inappropriate materials in the classroom. But we all know what we're talking about when we say age inappropriate materials. You know, it is a very interesting dynamic that you would want to push for people to not be involved in their children's education and to not know what's going on in the classroom. So as I listened to the lieutenant governor's response, bro, his hitting on the fact that as a lieutenant governor, he was proactive in using that position to impact our educational situation is something that I think bodes well for him. The reason we're talking about this is because it's I don't know, is it a terribly kept secret that Mark Robinson is going to run for governor, bro? Like, you even know that, right?
Yeah, I think I think
Yeah,
so.
it's a
Yeah, I think
terribly kept secret. So the whole point being, this argument that people are making, saying, as the lieutenant governor, you really don't have a lot of policy power. You don't really have a lot of legislative power. You have to kind of set your own course and do with the seat what you will. But I think
what
given
did he call that? Because I almost want to play the video for the folks. What was that video called?
what
Was
video,
that Mark Robinson delivers Republican response to
I
NC
got
State
a,
of the State address?
I got it.
Him standing there in the suit in the chamber.
Yeah, hold on, look at that right there. I got you right there. You see that?
Yeah, go ahead. That's the one. Okay, I
Yeah.
got it pulled up. Okay, let's listen to a little
All
bit
right.
of this so the folks hear what's going on. Yeah.
It's the reason that, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about education. It's the reason that I ran for lieutenant governor. During my first few months in office as a member of the State Board of Education, I evaluated the state's proposed K through 12 social studies standards and opposed the ideologically driven materials. Because of this, I, the first black lieutenant governor of North Carolina, was called a white supremacist and depicted as a Ku Klux Klan member by one
Hold
of the
on, back
largest
up, bro.
media
Back up,
outlets.
back up.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So let's get
I
this
knew
straight.
it. I knew it.
Let me
I
get this
knew
straight.
it. I knew it.
So let me get this straight. And
Go ahead.
for our black friends,
Mhm.
right? Our black friends and our liberal friends, did you hear that? For those of you that may be on the fence, which is I'm going to say more important. For those of you that may be on the fence and know something's not right with what the Democrats are doing and how things are going, could you come back 30 seconds, Ali?
Mhm.
Listen to what he was called for standing up for you.
Listen to this.
Education, I evaluated the state's proposed K through 12 social studies standards and opposed the ideologically driven materials. Because of this, I, the first black lieutenant governor of North Carolina, was called a white supremacist and depicted as a Ku Klux Klan member by one of the largest media outlets in the state.
He's not joking. WRAL literally had a cartoon. They put up this cartoon this dude drew of Mark Robinson as a big KKK elephant, bro.
I mean, he's a big dude, though.
He is a big dude, but he's not a KKK member.
That did not deter me. Instead, it fueled me to fight harder for our students. We've accomplished a lot during our time in office. But I'm most proud of working with the legislature to secure $11.6 million in funding for apprenticeships programs for the rural parts of our state.
Hold on, back up, Terry. So listen to this right here. When people say the lieutenant governor doesn't have the authority, the power, the wherewithal to get anything done, and Mark doesn't have any accomplishments, here you go, right there. He just laid it out, some of the work that he's able to get done as the lieutenant governor. But again, in his response here, he's like,
Programs like this are going to be vital as we look to the future. Like many North Carolinians, my path to a degree was not straight or easy. For nearly my entire education, I was a full-time student and a full-time worker. Often I could only take a few classes while working to support my family. It was just months ago as the lieutenant governor that I finally walked across the stage at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro and earned my degree, 30 years after starting my journey.
come on, bro. Like, seriously. No silver spoon, all of this idea, once you get into politics and you involved, and if you're a
Well, let him
minority,
let him go. Let him go.
you want me to let him rock? Okay.
It's almost over.
Proud of the university system that we have here in North Carolina. It's among the best in the country, and it's crucial to the economic growth of our state. Many companies relocate to North Carolina because of the quality workforce created by our universities. However, we must denounce the misconception that the only way to success is through a 4-year degree. Thanks to investments by our Republican legislature, we also have an incredible community college system where trade and technical programs provide fast-tracked, well-paying careers in fields that are vital to our state's economy and to our communities. Electricians, plumbers, masons, welders, mechanics, and other skilled trade workers earn incredible starting salaries. Many in those professions are aging out, leaving crucial shortages across our state.
All right, you got to
As our
stop
state
this
grows,
because this may be too much. This may be too much for people to, not our folks, but
Yeah.
but what happens is, and this is important. His response is important, and I think really quickly, Ali, that
Mhm.
the underlying, the foundational, the foundation of what he's saying is intergenerational. Okay, when you start talking about an age group of people aging out and you're making plans to secure the engineers, the plumbers, the masons, those folks, you're thinking about the generations to come. And that says a lot to me about Mark as a candidate, because he's not thinking about fame. He's not thinking about power. He's thinking about change. So I'm just curious to see how this. it came off as a soft, when you watch the video in full, it came off like a soft announcement, right?
Well, yeah, but I also think this is the most gubernatorial that I have seen, Mark. I thought it was polished. I thought it was well done. Obviously, Roy Cooper is a seasoned politician, so his State of the State address was, for lack of a better way to put it, right over the plate. But again, to your point, bro, that is exactly what we need our governor thinking like. That's exactly what we need somebody. And I'm proud to know Mark and Yolanda, his wife. I'm proud to support them, and I'm looking forward to working for him. Once the announcement comes that he's running for governor. Ladies and gentlemen, right at the 21-minute mark, you're checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we got something else to talk about before we cut on out this morning. Don't go nowhere. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, folks, welcome back to Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the internet, right here on the Urban Conservative. Folks, if you need a video like that, the one you just saw for your business, get at us. We can help you out with that. Head on over to the website, tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership. As you can see, our Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube are right there on the screen. We're on Twitter at tuconservative, Instagram at the Urban Conservative, and our new YouTube channel, because we fell into the conservative axe on the old one. So
Yeah.
TUC Twins is the new YouTube channel. So in this last story, bro, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Bro.
Yeah.
What is on the screen right now? Stop stealing. What is that?
You can't make this up. You cannot.
Okay, what is
You
that?
cannot make this up. All right. So here, let me do this. Here, let's get this in there. Let's zoom this in here. Let's see what we got going on here.
Okay.
All
right. Stop colonizers. Protect ICWA. What is ICWA? Indigenous colored
children
with, I don't know. What is ICWA?
International children with abilities. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody in the comment section tell us what you Google it,
It's
bro.
kind of weird, America.
All right, but this is where we're going. This is where this is going. So what you see on your screen, what you see with this Minnesota Democrat sick of white Christians adopting Native American babies. It's genocide. I'm going to read that again.
Wait.
Minnesota Democrat sick of white Christians adopting Native American babies. It's genocide.
Genocide.
Okay. Minnesota State Representative Heather Keeler, a Democrat, lashed out against white Christians adopting Native American babies, charging that it continues genocide.
Hold on. Genocide, noun, the deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Okay.
So
I just wanted to make sure
me,
I had a baseline for what genocide means. Okay.
Yeah, these words like genocide and insurrection and all these other words get, even the word rhino now has to go in that group. Everybody's a rhino now. I think, oh my God. But
yeah,
Keeler, a member of the Yankton Sioux tribe, you got to pull up a picture of her, please. Representative Heather Keeler.
Okay, I'm on it.
The Yankton Sioux tribe issued her attack on white Christians in a Facebook post. She better not be married to a white dude. If she's married to a white dude, I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I don't know what I'm going to do. But in a Facebook post recently referring to them as white saviors who do not really care about helping Native American babies. I'm sick of white Christians adopting our babies and rejoicing, she said. It's really sad day when that happens. It means genocide continues, she said. Quote, if you care about our babies, advocate against the genocide. The post continued. Help the actual issues impacting indigenous parents. Stop stealing our babies and changing their names under the impression you are helping. White saviors are the worst. Alpha News shared a screenshot of her private Facebook post, which Keeler did not deny writing. Keeler later followed up her statement by doubling down on her professional Facebook page, where she said that white professional Facebook page, where she said that white people adopting Native American babies stripped them of their identity, which she described as a quote unquote form of genocide, and then continued to say there is no place in our political discourse for attacks on Minnesotans' race or religious statement. Oh, wait. The Republican Party of Minnesota called it a racist rant and issued a fiery response to her. Go GOP out there. Go Minnesota GOP. There is no place in our political discourse for attacks on Minnesotans' race or religious race or religions. The statement said, we condemn this hateful and extremist rhetoric in the strongest possible terms and call on all Democrats to do the same. The statement further called on Minnesota Governor Mike Waltz, who is a Democrat, and the state Democrat Speaker Melissa Hortman to condemn Keeler's words. Okay. So these
The lady
people
is
have
married,
but
apparently.
then you could tell she's following Ibrahim McKindy X or whatever, because he says this. Some white colonizers adopted black children. They civilized these savage children in the superior way of white people while using them as props in their lifelong pictures of denial, while cutting the biological parents of these children out of the picture of humanity. Like, yo, these people are this is what
That's
we're up
that's
against.
just strange though to
So
say
this is
that.
these
Like,
are, and the thing is, Ali, this is what I can't wrap my brain around on the tail end of this. This is me personally. When I sit here and I look at these people that are sitting there, right? s- You, it's a crime to steal a baby. It's a crime. You can't steal somebody' baby. So when someone goes and
yo,
adopt when someone goes and adopts a child, right? That would indicate that the community that the child came from didn't do anything about it. There's
uh,
so on your reservation, on your quote unquote indigenous, right? All that while you on that time, why don't you have the clan system in place that our ancestors had so that there are no children without parents? Because children without parents wasn't a thing.
wow.
So you need to do more research about your quote unquote native culture. What is the lady? What is she?
She. I showed you a picture of her. She looks like. Did you want
No,
me to
I
pull
didn't
it?
see her. I didn't see her.
Hold on, I'm gonna
I was
pull it back up. Hold on, I have to go back and
Heather.
page you. No, I got it right here. Here you go. This is her right here. Yeah, I got her website
All right,
pulled up
I'm
right
done.
here.
I'm done.
All right, but also look at this, bro. This is what I wanted to
Do you
show
know
you
what
here.
her son's? All right, hold on,
Yo,
hold on.
listen, just listen. This is what she was talking about: the Indian Child Welfare Act.
Heather
Uh,
Keller. Is that Minnesota? You said.
Yeah. But the purpose of the Indian Child Welfare Act is to protect the best interest of Indian children and to promote the stability and security of Indian tribes and families by the establishment of minimum federal standards for the removal of Indian children and placement of such children in homes which will reflect the unique values of Indian culture. 25 USC 1902 ICWA provides guidance to states regarding the handling of child abuse and neglect and adoption cases involving Native children and sets minimum standards for the handling of these cases. Now, I am not as informed on the situation on these reservations and where these people are as I would like to be, but I would like to say this. You know, like I know, right? You've got a reservation not far from your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, is alcoholism rampant on these reservations?
Yep,
Is poverty rampant on these reservations?
it is.
Is literacy suffering on these reservations?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be safe to assume that fewer and fewer people are actually living like the ancestors or the predecessors of the people on those reservations now?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with a big negative on that, Ghost Rider.
All right. So it sounds like what we have is white people or people for that matter, because I'm sure it's not all white people. It's you have people coming on here helping children, and the idea that they would linguistically compare that to genocide, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if this lady's a Native American like that.
Nah, she's native. I saw her picture. She's a native lady. I'll give her that. No, I'll give her that.
Nah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
nah.
y'all saw the picture. Hold on. I'm going back to the
You
tab
got a
right
little
now.
Pocahontas going on right here. This
Nah,
lady
son,
look
look.
a whole Italian right now, bro. I'm not
Nah, she
buying.
don't look Italian. Look at
Bro,
her,
she
bro.
looking like, yo, right now she up there looking like, what's homegirl name from the other joint? From the
You telling me
NAACP?
her
She
right
looking
there?
dozy out right now.
She
Yo, we
looking
got
real Rachel Dolezalish
she
right
looking doze all of me right
now.
now, bro.
She's
I could
looking
tell everybody I got
Dolezalish.
Indian in my family. I got Indian in my
Yeah, I don't know.
family.
I don't know
Yo,
if you could get over out there like that. They
no,
might
you
G check you
can.
out.
Yo, 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 yo,
I
yo.
shot for it. I tried,
It's
bro. I tried.
messy, bro. It's
I tried.
messy. Yo, the whole thing, no disrespect. I'm saying this respectfully, but the way y'all running it, it's messy. That whole
Yeah.
tribal situation is super messy. So I'm saying if you drop a
Wait,
bag
wait, wait,
to
wait, wait.
the yo, listen, if you come in, if we talk about people that got consistently got alcohol problems and you worried about them adopting the babies because it's a problem, you could definitely drop a bag off or have a cousin who's a cousin that's in by a third cousin, and now you
Right.
part of the tribe, or well, I'm not actually Native American. My mom's Italian and my dad is like three
Oh
parts
my
Cherokee.
god.
Yeah, son, yeah.
Yeah, that could potentially be a thing.
I
No,
need
that's
more. Now that I see her
it's
face, I
what's her
need
name? It's
investigation.
Heather Keeler. Hold
Keeler.
on. Now I gotta hold
I'm
on. You
not
got
saying she's not. I'm just saying I don't trust nobody at this point.
I'm just saying, as a passionate advocate for equitable and inclusive oh my, the jargon. It's like
But
jargon
who? But the thing
overload.
is, who is she married to? Is what we need to know.
Keeler grew up on the tribal homeland in South Dakota, mostly living in Fort Pierre. She moved to Fargo Moorhead area while attending Minnesota State University for her BS in project management and her master's in
Yeah, but if
education.
she's married
Educational.
to a white man,
Hold on,
Houston
it
would
doesn't
have a
say she's
problem.
married to anybody. Keeler
She
worked.
has two
Keeler
babies,
was
right?
elected. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're married.
Well, that don't it don't gotta mean you married, but it means you had babies.
Yeah, but it doesn't
But who did
say.
you have the babies with?
Hey,
And
yo,
that
none
and
of
how
that
is
is up here.
Keeler? Listen, how is Keeler a native last name?
What do you think her last name should be with feathers or something?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
asking.
need a Perry Tonka. I'm gonna need a Shoshanaka or something. I'm gonna need some clicks in it. God, you gonna have to give me something.
He said, "I'm gonna need a wampa hunk, something. Give me something."
I'm gonna need something.
Um,
No, 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 brother Frank. I'm today's Native Americans are not yesterday. No, because clearly you got what's her name running around here. What's her
you got,
name?
yeah.
What's her
Elizabeth
name?
Warren running around here
Elizabeth
talking
Warren.
about
So you're
she.
right. Today's Native Americans are not yesterday's
That
Native
is a very
Americans.
fair statement. She has been an outspoken advocate for Native American human rights issues and more Native voices to be heard at the state legislature in
But what I'm
21.
trying to ask is this,
Uh,
right? This is why I'm asking about who she's married to, because if you married a
she's not married, bro.
yo, but
She's not married.
I need to see her parents.
Yo, you get no list of the parents. It doesn't say,
But
on
this
the
is what
wiki.
they yo, but
The wiki
listen,
is
bro,
there's
bro,
no
bro,
parents
bro.
on it.
We might be on to something here because we might have the Santos of Minnesota. Like we might have just found Elizabeth Warren of Minnesota. Yo, I get it. You got some strong features. I get that.
Oh
Cool.
man, no, listen, I'm sorry, bro. Keeler is an occupational name from Middle English. Oh no,
Yeah,
bro.
we running
There's
into an issue.
oh, we're running in. Hey, back up, Terry.
Back
Uh
up, Terry. We might have
hold
something. All
on.
right, we're
We're
overtime, folks,
way
for
over time right
for
now.
this
Oh my
morning
gosh.
show. So again, we appreciate you guys. We'll stay on top of this. We're gonna keep our eyes on this one, as it were, because I don't know. I just get a real weird vibe about Shorty. But again, no one's stealing the babies, and this is the nonsense that the left is promoting. This is the ideas that
Yeah.
you guys need to think before you vote for these people. I'm saying this to our Democrat friends. I'm saying this to our unaffiliated friends, guys. Look. look at what people are suggesting. If you go and adopt a child now, if you're a white couple who can't have children, who can't produce children, let's just say, Ali, and closing this up, and you
Mhm,
go and you adopt a baby, and you
mhm.
go to an adoption place and you make a connection with a baby, and that baby happens to be Native American. I don't think anybody goes in there shopping for babies like shoes. Like, no, I need me a Native and I want me a
No,
Latina and I need, I don't
you
think.
would be wrong because Madonna and them did that
No, I'm
in
talking about
Malawi, bro.
regular ass people. I am
Okay,
not
I'm just
talking about
for
eccentric.
I have to make the distinction. That's
I'm
all
not
I'm saying.
talking about the
Yeah.
Balenciaga crowd. I'm talking about the average working nurse lady
Nah,
who
they don't
happened
do that.
to.
They say, "Is there a baby I can help? I'll take whoever I can help." We
That's
grew
what
up
I'm saying.
because of in a household with somebody who did that very exact thing.
So us being a product of that, we know, like, ain't no, like, when they drop them babies off in the middle of the night, they don't be like, oh, it's a yellow one, I don't want that one. Nobody does that. Who does
Oh
that?
my god, he
It's
said
a,
it's
it's a, that one's a little too brown. Do you have one that's more mauve?
I was
No,
looking for a mauve baby. Yeah,
excuse me,
no.
do you have something with less kinky hair? Like,
Oh
what?
my gosh, I was looking for something with a 6. This is a little bit of a 9. Oh
Hey,
my
this one's bow-legged. Can we get one that doesn't have bow legs? Like, who does that? Like, I mean, probably there's somewhere that does that where you walk in and you like, c- all right, listen, I'll leave it here because we're wilding right now. I'll leave it here. I'll leave it here. if you, if you, if you think about this, right? Hold on. All right, let's see
You
what
can't even do
I
it.
can't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna
I think,
stop
hold
right
on. I think
here.
she was talking about to change the culture of an Indian child. She was out of pocket. Majority couples adopt children of their own. See, brother Frank is on it, bruh. But
Here he
listen,
is.
listen. Now
Well,
somebody goes, there's a this is how bad America is.
uh-oh.
There's a sports guy, like a
Uh-huh.
basketball recruiter guy, going to every goddamn on adoption center looking for the next Shaq right now. He's looking for him. You got any 6'4", 7-year-olds?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Now, yeah, ladies and
Maybe.
gentlemen.
I don't know.
Wow. No, that's a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative, the best 30-minute morning show on the internet. We appreciate you being with us. We hope you have a positive, powerful, and productive day. Stay tuned right here to the Urban Conservative for special news and updates. Give us a like, follow, share, subscribe. We'll catch y'all tomorrow morning for Top of the Morning. Peace. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com.
This episode of The Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description.